so ugly.
We're so ugly. Can you? Is there,
Live.
we're live. I wish there was a filter that like made us look like celebrities or something.
I don't know why it's not coming up on there. But we're live though.
Oh, we're good.
All right.
Well, hey, today in the studio we have Mickey Smith, and we're gonna do a podcast about Studio 117. The different artists that are coming in, different events, some updates. Maybe give a little insight to people that haven't been here, haven't seen the place. A little incentive to come in and check it out.
Mm-hmm.
Where you want to start?
Well, we can start out. Studio 117 is located at 117 South 6th Street here in Coshocton. The best way to describe it, I tell people it's not a bar. It's a music lounge is how we're marketing it.
It doesn't have a bar vibe at all.
Right. It's kind of, if you've never been here, of course, check out our Facebook page. But it reminds me of an old speakeasy. That the tables are whiskey barrels. Our little bars, we used whiskey barrels, kind of stuck that rustic theme. It's a very, very cool atmosphere at night when music's playing.
Right.
We've had some country artists, we've had blues artists, we've had Bill and his band Bourbon Legends has played here a couple times. So what we wanted to do was to have a place that we started out with acoustic artists, that could come and play that don't generally come to Coshocton, doesn't get offered to come to Coshocton. And it's worked. Our name's getting out there. We're getting a lot of artists from all around Ohio that has wanted to come and play.
I had the Randy Arthur Webb from Saving Abel stop by and jam.
Yeah, of course, you guys opened up for him.
Yeah, that was a very cool show.
And that night was the first night that we used the other side. We thanks to Locals Barbershop, we have an extra area that we can open up, and it'll hold roughly 70, 80 people sitting, and probably 120, 125 standing. Depending on how big we have to build a stage, if it's a full band or an acoustic band. But so that was the first night we got to do that. Very successful. We done really good that night, and we was very proud, to bring a national artist to town to perform here. So and some people don't know. We actually had during Rock Shocked, and we had them Dirty Roses came in and performed late at night one night, and just for some of us that work at Rock Shockton and friends, and we had a ball, but we posted that video,
right?
And it kind of blew up from there. We started getting a lot of emails for people wanting to play here, and I think we offer fair pay to the artists. We generally try to take care of the artists. So we've had a lot of local artists from Justin Giese and Appalachian Outlaws. Patrick Winnegar's played here with his Deep Creek Trio. He actually just played here Sunday for a birthday party, solo, and of course you and
guys in Backbone.
The Backbone guys came and played. So we try to open it up to do some different stuff. We have some acoustic artists getting ready to come in that hasn't played here. So at first, we didn't have a liquor license, and so we finally passed our state inspection. So once we get the liquor license, you'll see us book way more music. We'll be opened every weekend, pretty much. Probably not holiday weekends and stuff like that, depending on what it is. But we have big plans to bring a lot of music to town. We talked about doing some heavy metal shows because we have some friends that play in heavy metal bands that just don't get to play in town very often. So that's kind of our that was kind of our vision with the place. We also have this podcast studio, and we can do commercials for social media.
Yeah, so if you're interested in that kind of thing, you can reach out. What is it? Studio 117 marketing
at gmail.com.
Yeah, and that means like studio rental, green screen use. I mean, you said you had a young lady going to do photographs and utilize the green screens.
Right. Yeah, we have a girl that's a photographer. She's going to come in, do some photography stuff here, use the studio and the green screen behind us.
Right. So if you wanted to come in and tell your friends you went to Italy or something, you could come in and put a bunch of,
yeah.
Yeah, or France, get a big baguette. It's like, oh, they would never know.
Right, right. But we'll offer to rent it out for if you have something you'd like to do a podcast on. We'll rent it out to you. We can work with you on rates. If you wanted to get started and do a couple freebies, we'd even be willing to do that to get you started.
I guess, and on that note too, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but if you're interested in being a guest on the Music Lounge podcast, reach out to me either on Facebook or through the email. It doesn't have to be music related. I mean, if there's something you're passionate about, if you are a maker, a crafter, anything like that, man, well, I'd be willing to have you in. I just like talking to people, so it doesn't have to be music related, but it can be. I mean, but it doesn't have to be. So,
and the same thing, if you would like to help us by sponsoring the podcast, whether it be the Music Lounge or,
right,
if we have other people come in doing a podcast, if you can get some sponsors for your show, we'll let you use the studio. If you can get sponsors to pay for your show, like I said, we're willing to work with anybody. It's why we put this together. Because there's so much talent in Coshocton that people don't even realize. I mean, from musicians to people that build cars and
right. Welders, fabricators, painters, artists.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So there's so much here in town that people don't even know. I mean, we have a guy that builds custom bass guitars that's absolutely phenomenal, Pete Schultz. That's here, and you talk about hot rods, everybody talks about James Ames and Brett Behringer, and there's so much talent, and that's what we wanted to do. We wanted to have somewhere that we come and talk about that,
right.
To kind of showcase what goes on in Coshocton. So that was kind of our vision with this. We have a friend that does he's pretty serious about his hunting. He's talked about doing a podcast for his hunting. So yeah, just reach out to us, whether you want to be a sponsor, whether you'd like to do a podcast, or you'd like to rent it for a photo shoot.
Right. And as far as I know, from the Music Lounge part, man, sponsorship can be something as simple as, hey, man, send us a couple of T-shirts for your business and give us a little background on your business or something. Or, you know what I mean? It doesn't always have to be huge monetary thing.
Right,
it can be, a sample of your product, man. If we would like it, we would, we would endorse it.
Endorse it on the show, absolutely. Anything that you would be interested, like I said, contact Studio 117 Marketing at gmail.com or message us on Facebook. If it's for the Music Lounge, you can hit Bill up, through Messenger. You can even message us about that too. Me and Bill pretty much see each other daily.
Right.
But I would love to get more people in here using this. I mean, it's why we put it together. It's not being utilized through the week. We're only using it on weekends for the music. So if you have some ideas that you'd like to try, I mean, get a hold of me. I'd be willing to work with you to get you started on a podcast, or if you'd like to come in and do some commercials for your business, or maybe you have a product you do or you push. If you'd like to come in and do a video for your social media.
And we've talked too about, and I say we, I'm not really I think I'm French, yeah. But we've talked about, even karaoke night possibly, or open mic night, man. If you are a budding comedian and want to come down and do a couple minutes or something.
And that is the plan. We want to do some comedy nights. I do have I think it's called Booze Brothers Karaoke. I have talked to them. We are planning on bringing them in at some point. We're just, like I said, right now we're kind of slow paced. We're waiting on to have our liquor license, so we can make some money. Because right now it's tough for us to do what we're doing, pay the artists, and because we're but we wanted to kind of get the ball rolling,
Right.
But trust me, I'll be as fair as I can be when it comes to musicians. I know I've talked to some that it's giving me rates that's just too low. I've actually paid him more because I think that's fair, the right thing to do.
Right.
Even Bill, when he started playing here, he was too cheap, and I had to tell him,
I'm cheap, but I'm not easy.
You're not easy, yeah. But this music game, some of these guys do this stuff for a living.
Right, it's how they pay their bills, man.
So for a venue to try to pay them $100, or to me even $200 for 3 hours of music, that's not enough.
And you undercut other artists. If you go out and you do an acoustic thing, and you go to a place and you're like, oh yeah, man, $200. Well, then the guys that charge $400 are never going to get a show.
Right.
You know what I mean? And the guy that pays, that's only wanting $200 is probably worth more than that. You know what I mean?
I agree 100%. And, you know, that's, you know, as you know, I also do a music festival here with my partner and Perry Webster. We own Rock of Shockton, which is a summertime gig that we put together, and we bring in national artists, and we try to use, I say local artists, but artists, you know, close by, like Zanesville. I mean, every year we have. I mean, we've seen messages we want to use. We have every year we've had local artists
Right.
of some sort. So you know, I love music. That's something I didn't realize, I guess, until 3 or 4 years ago, how much I wasn't. I'd always been into motorcycles and you know, building custom bikes, and but you know, I kind of lost that drive, I guess you'd say. But music has always been something I've enjoyed, and then me and you found out that we actually enjoy a lot of the same music,
Right.
same style of music. You know, I love blues music. I love older country, older rock. I like some new rock, but this is the thing: whether I like your music or not doesn't mean I won't book you.
Right, right.
I mean,
right.
I'll bring you in no matter what, because my opinion ain't the only one that matters. You know.
Well, that's the thing too, man. If you're one of those people who's like, oh, I don't really like to go to the bar. Well, then cool, because this ain't a bar.
Right. Right.
And if you're one of those kind of people that's like, oh man, I don't want to be around all them people. You know what? It holds like 60 people.
Right.
So it's like, stop using excuses and just come in like on a whim, man. If you get on Facebook, find out who's playing. There's usually a video of the cat or you know, or people on there. Give it a shot, man. You're not out nothing, right? There's no cover, right?
No cover. I
Right.
mean, unless we have, you know, bigger artists, or we're
Right,
spending
and
a
there's
lot of money to bring
Ticket
artists.
sales,
Yes,
but
yes. You
but
know,
even they're reasonable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
yeah, the Randy Webb, the Saving Abel, and when you guys played, tickets was $20.
Right.
Those things sold out in 4 weeks. People was stoked for that show. The people that was here loved it. I mean, I heard nothing but positive. And you know, we got some other national shows coming up that we're really excited about. You know, in December we have Tony Harnell from TNT. They was big in the '80s. And I just watched the video Charlie Bonnet put out. Where did he say they're from? Norway.
Norway.
Norway. So you know, we got him coming in, and I've just recently started looking. He's got a phenomenal voice. I mean, phenomenal voice. Check him out. Either check out TNT Band or Tony Harnell Acoustic. 10,000 Lovers, I think, was their big song that they had. Let me look here because I wrote it down. Yeah, 10,000 Lovers was one of their big songs. And then, you know, coming with him is Anthony Corder from Tora Tora. Now, Tora Tora I've heard of.
Right.
Walking Shoes, you know, the dude has a very soulful voice.
Yeah,
Like,
man. And this ain't one of those guys like from the '80s that
Right.
used to be amazing and now sucks. These guys
he's
rock,
still
man.
awesome. Still got
You know,
a
no
phenomenal.
disrespect to them old cats, but some of them just don't have it.
You
You
know,
know what I mean?
Holly Bonnet and Charlie Bonnet, you know, they're friends of mine, and they come with me with this idea of bringing these guys to town. And Holly, you know, talked very highly of Anthony, and I started listening to him. And yeah, like you said, he still has.
Yeah.
a
Well, he
voice.
didn't lose nothing, man.
You
It
know.
ain't. It ain't. You won't be disappointed.
Right.
Like I don't want to bash on them old guys too much because I'm an old guy, but
Yeah, but you know, and then you know, my stepbrother Cliff Miller, who knows all the old
Right, right.
old bands. You know, he knows somebody from every old band. It seems
like he was in that band with that guy that only had one
Yeah.
finger on his left hand.
I was on his tour bus,
Right,
You know,
yeah.
back in the anyhow. You know, he told me about Anthony Corder, and then you know, I started checking him out, and he's a phenomenal
Yep.
singer. Both of them are phenomenal singers.
Yeah, there's recent videos,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
They're really, really good.
And then, of course, Charlie Bonnet's pretty well known in the area. Charlie does a lot. He's played Rock of Shockton with his full band, Charlie Bonnet and the Gas Holes. He'll be opening the night of acoustic set. I think he told me it's like 30 minutes. So you get three artists for $25. I mean, and the talent that will be here in Coshocton that night is unbelievable. I mean, you have those two singers. You have what is it, Ben Hans from Trickster, the drummer, the
Yeah,
percussionist.
yeah.
And then Charlie, and then Anthony and Tony.
And free meet and greet, Charlie said.
yeah,
So you
and-
can come in, and if you got an old TNT or Tora Tora album, man, I'm sure those cats would sign it for you.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely. So that's going on this Friday, December 12th. Starts at 8 o'clock. We'll probably open the doors around 7. It is a ticketed event. You can get your tickets at Locals Barbershop downtown when they open back up next week. You can get them at Service Welding Supply, or you can come in the studio and we're open like this Saturday. We have an artist, Ashley Best, country artist. We'll be here from 7 to probably 11:30. Feel free to stop by and check him out, get you some tickets. I also have tickets for the show that Bill's other band's playing on. And these guys, I'm really excited about bringing to town also. I mean, they've already been to town for Rock is Shocked, we did a free show. And unfortunately, not too many people showed up, and they missed it.
Oh, that was just unreal.
But these boys, the Filthy Heathens, are class acts. I mean, they are entertaining.
The energy,
Yes.
man. Like they just dance from one side of that stage to
Right.
the other, man. It's like it's an event when
Right.
you see them guys play, man.
So
It's
they're
cool.
coming into the studio. We'll have them on the other side also. And then opening the night is the Wheeler Mountain Wolves with Bill and his Brian Shutt,
Mike Markley,
Markley,
Rick
and
Wheeler.
Rick Wheeler, and if you didn't see them at Rock Shot, another phenomenal band. He won't tell you that,
They're
but I'll tell
alright.
you that. Bill's a phenomenal singer.
Their singer hit on me. It was weird.
Yeah, well, he is kind of weird.
He is weird, but that's all right. You can be weird.
Right,
We're
right.
not coming
But,
down on weird people.
That show is March 14th, Saturday, March 14th. I do have the tickets for that one. And then this week we just announced coming back to Coshocton. What is it? February 21st. It's on a Saturday. Randy Webb from Saving Abel's taking a break from his tour.
Coming back.
He asked if he could come back, so we're bringing him back to town. So if you missed it the last time and didn't get a ticket because it sold out, this is your opportunity to come and see him again. Opening the night, because I'm using Bill for the other show, and I didn't want to use him.
We're
up
like a
'cause-
Vegas house band
so,
sometimes.
so everybody'd be saying, well, use the same band. So I got a great band opening up for him, Backbone Acoustic. Mark and Joe are phenomenal musicians.
And they play a little bit of everything.
They play a little
too.
bit of
It's
everything.
Really cool.
And they have a full band that they do sometimes just called Backbone. This will be their acoustic with just Mark and Joe. They're actually playing in the studio December, let me look here. December 13th on a Saturday. If you just want to come and see them, it's free. Come and check them out, see if you like them. They'll be opening up for Randy Webb in February. So
That'll be a good show, man. That'll be a good.
we got a lot going on here. And
I mean, people always they throw words around like, "Oh, it's a vibe." No, this place is a vibe, man. It's not huge. It's kind of like when you play here, it's an intimate thing because the people are right there. You know, you get a good interaction with the people, and every show. I mean, and I've been to a few shows that I wasn't playing in here,
Right.
and they're just cool, man. It's not a bar, and I think that's what I like, because when I go to a bar, I'm the old guy at the bar, and it's creepy. But you know what I mean? If I go to something like this, I feel like, well, there's a lot of other older people in here. I don't feel as bad.
Right. It's a cool. And then if you're a acoustic artist, we have our own sound system. So just bring your mic and cables and guitar and cables and come plug into our mixer that we have.
And if you are an acoustic act and you do play more on the rock side, that's kind of the reason you used us a few times, is because the set list that we do, people don't do,
Right.
for whatever reason.
Yeah, it's something that we're really looking for. Don't get me wrong, I love country. That's my thing. But there's a lot of country artists out there doing acoustic, and if you play Coshocton every weekend, and no disrespect to you, I mean, you're still great artists. I mean, it has nothing to do with that.
It's just a hard sell.
It's a hard sell.
Right.
If you're playing, 3 bars in Coshocton the same month, chances are, I'm not being, whatever you want to call it, but it's not that I'm not booking you because I don't think you're any good. It has nothing to do with that. It's just we're trying to bring different music to Coshocton.
Right. If you saturate a market, man, like back in the day when we played, we made it a point not to play here very often, because when we did, we would draw a crowd.
Right.
Because people will be like, "Oh, I'm not going to go see him this weekend. I'll go do this other thing. I know they'll be back."
Right,
You know what I mean?
right.
Hell, if I wait 2 weeks, they'll be playing there again. So
And with that being said, also, if you come here and you bring a crowd, a big crowd with you, then yeah, we'll probably book you again more than once a year. But our plan is to book, once, maybe twice a year, and mix it up, because we have so many artists reach. I mean, I've had artists from Florida, that's going and doing a little touring show. That's the place is getting a really good reputation. Even though we haven't seen locally, we haven't seen it, but when we did the national thing, that was awesome. When we done Appalachian Outlaws, we had a big crowd. Deep Creek Trio, we had a big crowd. You guys, we had a good crowd.
I think it's just getting it out there,
Out
man.
there,
Like a lot of
yes.
people don't, they drive by and they see it, but they don't know what it is. Or they think, well, do they teach dance class there? Or it's a studio, like they don't,
You
which
don't-
we will. I mean, I will if somebody
yeah,
needs
I'm
a
not
few
dancing.
moves.
I'm not a very good dancer.
But you know what I mean? It's like get the word out there. Like, no, it's a music venue. It's a place to go, and like I said, there's no cover. So if you come in and you don't like it, leave, man.
Right,
There's no
right.
harm, no foul. There's
I just
plenty
lo-
of parking.
Right.
You know,
I just love music, and I think this is a very cool atmosphere for music.
it's a good opportunity for
Yes,
people,
yeah.
even not the artist side of it, even the people in town, man. It's like if you're bored, okay, you bitch that this is too expensive. Well, this is free.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like just come in and experience something different. Like, get out of your box.
Right. And then when we do start selling our alcohol, I mean, trust me, the prices are fair, like anything else we do. So there's so much getting ready to happen here, and I'm really excited about it. I hope, we start getting good crowds on the weekends once we open more. And, we see people that watch the videos and say it looks really cool, but they haven't stopped by and checked
Right,
it out
right.
yet. But, please stop by, check it out. I mean, tell people to stop by it. I ain't saying you got to come here every weekend.
Right.
If you're looking for something different to do, come and check the place out because I bet you'll like it. I mean, it's.
We have 103 subscribers, man.
Yeah.
And I don't expect every single one of them to do it. But when you see things about the studio, share it. When I see things about Piss and Vinegar playing, I
Right.
share it. When I see things about 6D playing, I share it. Am I going to go? Probably not. But that's my participation. Like, I'll share it. Maybe somebody that sees it will. You know what I
Both are
mean?
Phenomenal bands.
Right. And me and Bobby have talked about it too. One of the major things is like when you're in a band, you don't really get to see other bands play because if you're playing Saturday, odds are they are too
Right,
somewhere
right.
else. So.
And we're trying to, with talking about Bobby and his band Six Deep. We're working on this heavy metal show. Bobby's doing a little tour in February because that's what we was talking about. But I'm going to guess probably March, April. We're going to try to put something together. It'll be here. We'll have 3 bands. Anthony Brown's band. We're hoping to bring them in. City and I, who was on the show, and then of course Bobby and his band Six Deep. So it'll be a three band heavy metal show.
Yeah, check out all if you like
Right.
heavy metal, man. Check out those 3 bands.
I was telling him that when we sitting out there talking, I was watching their videos. Their videos are just phenomenal.
Yeah,
They're
that's why
awesome.
I guess I just felt really ancient because I was thinking, wow, that looks like the real. Not that it isn't the real deal,
Right.
but you know what I mean. It's like, wow, it's like that's like HD compared to the
Right,
crap we
right.
used to try to pull off with a camcorder.
Yeah,
You know,
they're really good videos. So that's what the studio's all about. Is my plan. I like I said, I love music. Something that me and somebody I used to see, we'd sit and do is we'd play this game where I'd play a song, and be like, guess who it is?
yeah.
And me and her, that was kind of, we drink, and that was kind of our music game we played. And
Me and my wife have this game where we'll listen to music and then I annoy her with all the facts that I know about it.
well, you know a lot of facts. I don't know the facts, but
Like, well, actually, this song is because of a train that
we
and
had a
she's just
similar.
like, how do you know that?
We had a similar taste in music, but there's some stuff that I liked. Like the older rock stuff. She wasn't, but she introduced me to Mad Season.
Mhm.
And I'd never even heard of them. Didn't know that Lane done that
Yeah.
deal. And man, what a phenomenal group that was.
Yeah, Wendy sent me Sons of Legion.
Yeah.
And
Which I reached out to.
I was like, man, those guys are cool.
They
Bobby,
must-
have you ever heard of them guys? It's 2 guys. It's like almost like an acoustic thing, but the guy plays like a Les Paul, and that's just amazing.
And they must be getting pretty popular because I reached out to them. They're booked all the way through like July of 26.
Right.
So they must be,
So yeah, Sons of Legion. If you're watching or listening or whatever, and you want to just swing by the studio,
yeah. Or we can send you a link. You can come online.
yeah, you could do it via the old interweb.
Which I was telling Bill earlier today. I was talking to Charlie Holly Bonnet, and we're talking about bringing Charlie on, maybe in the next couple weeks before the December 12th show, and possibly trying to get Anthony Corder on and Ben. So yeah, if you're a musician or not a musician, if anything like
Collect
whatever,
stamps, man. I don't give a shit. Come on.
right? And I do a lot of other stuff beside music, but this is just my one love. I don't consider myself an awesome fabricator, or, but I like to tinker in a lot of different things. Like I said, I did motorcycles for years. I tried the factory life, wasn't for me. Didn't
Right.
enjoy it.
Hell, I've blacksmithed, I've cooked,
Saying you're kind of the same as me.
Yeah,
You
I don't.
even though you can sing and play, I'm no good there. But it comes to making something or fabricating something.
I never learned to sing. I was the only one brave enough to do it, man.
But this was another thing that I kind of talking to Ron and Nikki and Charlie, right, when we was kind of putting us all together. We started talking about it, and it's like, man, that's a good idea. Let's do it.
And I think too. I'm sorry, I feel like I keep cutting you off.
Good. Cut me off. I talk a lot.
And if you're one of those kind of people that you are interested in an open mic night, or you are a comedian, get a hold of us, man. Maybe we can make an event.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? If we would have enough interest of somebody saying, "Oh, I would come in and play a song," or "Oh, I'm a poet," or
Right.
if we would have enough interest and know it was going to be worth the while of having the lights on, kind of a thing, maybe we could make something. And I keep saying we, like my name's on the
Well, you
contracts.
kind
and
of are.
things, but
I usually share all my ideas with you, and
some of them are pretty scary.
some of them, some of them's not real good. And
Yeah.
I got a buddy.
Like strapping fireworks to frogs so they jump farther.
Yeah,
that's just weird.
I have a buddy who's a good entrepreneur here in town, and he told me something. I don't know the last time we had music here, what Saturday it was, but he said he's failed way more than he's succeeded. If you see the stuff he's failed on, you'd be surprised. But because everybody sees him and thinks, man, this dude, he's got it figured out. Well,
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of shit in Da Vinci's garage that didn't work.
Right. And I've been in that same boat, well, pretty much I always get ideas to have the motorcycle shop. I will say there was a time when it was successful. I mean, we traveled the country and done shows, and we won a ton of awards and money, and we was in a lot of magazines, and that was back when the motorcycle world was more of a custom world.
Right.
Nowadays it's just not that way. I mean,
Well, you can buy the product
yeah,
pretty
you
much
can-
the way you want it now.
you can buy stuff, bolt it on, and paint it, and that's what we call custom bikes nowadays. And to me, and no disrespect if you do it, I mean, and you love it, great. I lost the love for it when that stuff all went away.
I would say you're not a bike builder, you're a bike bolter.
Yeah,
You just bolt it on.
I built a V-Rod one time, and everybody thought I was dumb, but I had a vision in my head. I wanted to build a bagger, and I told Howie and Chase that worked for me, I'm like, I'm gonna buy metalworking equipment. I'm gonna make this bike out of all metal. And they're like, even Howie's like, I didn't think you could do it, but it's a buddy of mine in Columbus, Brian Barber, in Sinners and Saints. He had some stuff for sale, and I went over and bought it. And I thought, how am I going to? I bought a DVD that told you how to use an
Right.
English wheel and a planishing hammer, and I bought this bike in like August, and we wanted to take it to Daytona in I don't know, March or something. And I got it done. I was proud of it. The bike was super cool. That's back when I had Todd Mazart welded for me, and one of the best welders I'd ever seen. But the bike was so cool, I was really
Right.
proud of it. I go to Daytona, and a guy that I really looked up to told me, he's like, you're not going to win much with that. And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, it's judged by other builders, and they won't want that bike to win because a lot of them can't do that. They don't want the market to go that direction.
Right.
And it kind of made sense, and we done decent with it down there.
Well, a lot of those builders too sell custom parts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they sell fenders,
We
they
went-
sell gas tanks.
We went to a bike show where there was 25 bikes, 20 something trophies, and our bike was one of the ones that didn't get one. And I usually don't throw a fit about trophies. I usually don't care about them. If you look at my shop, they're all in a box, and but anyhow, I wanted to throw a beer bottle at the stage. I was so mad. Todd Mazar and me, and we put our blood, sweat, and tears in this bike, and we just couldn't believe it. But then, like I said, somebody I really respected, so I lost the love for that. So then,
Right.
then I, got into the music thing and the powder coating thing, and I started building a couple mic stands. I done that.
I've never won a trophy for anything. Never.
Well, nowadays you get them just participate.
Right. Well, I wouldn't want one then.
Right.
You ever got a trophy for anything, Bobby? Like Little League ball or
probably.
Yeah?
Spelling bee.
spelling bee?
Yeah, something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
I've never got a
I
trophy
didn't get
for
one for
anything.
spelling bee. That's for damn sure.
I did buy myself World's Greatest Lover trophy, but yeah, you can't buy yourself a
Yeah,
trophy.
well, it's kind of the same participation trophy.
Right, right.
Nikki said in the comments that we're doing a holiday photo shoot on November 16th.
There you go.
Oh,
Some
right.
Vendors.
So Nikki's who, well, she manages the studio. I'll say it that way. She does most of the stuff here. But her daughter is a phenomenal photographer. You seen any of the photos from Rock of Shockton, especially the ones with Blackstone Cherry? She took those photos, and she done a great job.
They look really good.
Yeah. So all the photos she took, because she was out in the crowd. She's like, I said, no, come back here. So I let her get in front of the stage, and she took some of the best photos from Rock Shockton she did. So she's actually the one doing the photo shoot. When did you say it was, Bob?
November 16th, Sunday, November 16th.
So Sunday, November 16th, and they are looking for vendors. Is that what you said?
Yep.
So if you're interested in that, you can message the studio page or, again, email. Actually, the best email would be nikki.wine@rockofshocktonmusic.com if you'd be interested in being a little vendor for that. But like I said, she's going to use the studio, kind of what we was talking about. So, yeah, check that out, too. That's
Yeah,
another thing
definitely.
going on.
And while we're talking about that, we want to thank Jay and Brandon from Locals Barbershop and the Crazy Cake Lady at 119 South 6th Street,
Just next door.
which is right next door. Speaking of trophies, she also won the BPW Cake Auction People's Choice Award.
Way to
For
go,
her
Wendy.
cake. So whoop whoop.
Third year? She got
Fourth year.
Fourth year. There
Yeah,
you go.
any more trophies, we're gonna have to
Yeah.
add a wing to the.
They're not participation.
No,
her
you don't get
cakes-
one for just showing up.
Her
man.
cakes are awesome. Like what she did, a cowboy theme.
Yeah, it was kind of a tribute to her dad who'd passed away. Her dad was like really like if you looked cowboy up in the dictionary, it was Don, man. Like, and he had horses. He broke horses. He trained horses. Was a crane operator. Like he was a man's man kind of cat.
Right.
But he threw horseshoes, so there was horseshoes. He liked guns, so she had revolvers. Yeah, it was even
Yeah.
the hanky in the back pocket because he always had a red hanky. And
This is the first year I didn't make it to vote, but I seen pictures of it, and it was awesome.
yeah, she just I watch her do it, and it blows me away,
I
man.
don't remember what I was. I think I was at the fairgrounds for that car. Or no, I was here working on this place.
And I love her attitude when it comes to those cakes too, because she doesn't do it like, oh, I'm gonna win, I'm gonna blow these people out of the water. It's literally like 0 hour, and she'll say something like, well, I'm just gonna tell you right now, if I wake up in the morning and the whole side of this cake's laying on the bottom of the refrigerator, we're out, we're not taking it, we're done, we're good.
That sounds just like her. You act like you
Yeah,
know
well,
her.
she smokes a lot. Yeah, well, we had a discussion one time. I was like, why is it that the spouse always makes the other spouse either sound like a guy or like you have a mental disability? Like she'll say, well, you're the one that's like, turn the car around. You know what I mean? Like, and I do that too, because I'll be like, well, you're the one that's like, wow. She
That one
don't
just
sound
got
like
cartoony. She's like,
Right, right.
That's Bill.
that. Right.
Yeah, but yeah, that was awesome. Like her cake was,
Yeah, she does an amazing job.
and all of her stuff is good. I mean, Bill says he makes the pineapple upside down. I don't believe him. I still don't believe him. I think Wendy just gives him credit for that one.
It's an old Indian
Yeah,
trick.
yeah.
Yeah.
But her cupcakes are phenomenal. Everything she has is good. I called them pecan rolls, but I got corrected. They're sticky
Sticky
bun.
buns, yeah. Well, now she's doing stuff for the holidays too,
Yeah.
like dinner rolls and breads, and I ate 4 dinner rolls, dude. Not in a row. I'm not a psychopath, but like in an evening. Like I was like, a friend of ours in Vermont makes this hot pepper jelly, and it is amazing. It's good on egg rolls, chicken wings, anything. It's amazing. So it's like, well, we got hot, warm dinner rolls, butter. Well, I gotta have one with jelly on it. I was like, well, you don't really get the full taste and the scale of it unless you eat one plain. So by the end of the night, I was like, oh, 4 dinner rolls deep, and I was finally satisfied. Like, yes, I've tried peanut butter on
There
one.
you go. That's how good they are.
They're that good.
They're
You'll make
that
you
good.
4 of them.
What's the jalapeno cheddar bagels.
Oh yeah, they make excellent like cheeseburger
There-
buns.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was just getting ready to say. If you like making like custom cheeseburgers, or you have a restaurant in town, you want to try something different for
There
a
you
burger
go,
special,
man.
get a hold of Wendy. She
Yeah.
makes some killer bagels that would be awesome on your sandwiches. Tanner Shaw's.
Yeah, Shaw's.
Uh,
You could have a sweet jalapeno burger. or
there you go,
something.
Tanner.
We're just good at ideas.
Yeah,
man.
well, that's what we're good at. But
Somebody should just pay us to just
yeah, that's
Just
what I
like-
want to do.
throw into a hat. Be like, your new business is
Right,
a chicken place that does hair. Make it happen.
right.
Yeah.
Well, they like I said, and I mean that's pretty much in November. I'll say I gotta look here at my notes. I had it sitting on the table, but it was doing weird stuff with the camera. November 14th, Friday, November 14th, Eli Burgett. Saturday, November 15th, Alex Hersey. And then today I just booked November 21st. It's a Friday. Carson Klaus, who plays he's never played the studio, but he does play around Coshocton. And then Saturday, the 22nd of November, we got Wade Rodriguez. So that's November. We're booking a lot. I mean, we're even started booking into 2026. And again, if you're a blues artist or acoustic rock artist,
There's something for everybody, man.
we would love to get some more of that in here. We got a lot of country artists who I'll continue to book, but I would still like to change a comedian.
Uh,
There's a lot of different things, and we talked Sunday about possibly bringing artists in on Sunday and doing Sunday Fun Day.
right.
Maybe people want to get out of the house in the wintertime and take a little break. Something we discussed. But yeah, and then national artists. We're still, because of Rock Coshocton and the interest we've had on it. We plan on bringing more national artists in.
And it's very, very possible. That's the
Yeah.
thing. It's doable, man.
Yeah.
It's not like, and it can be, it can't be Jelly Roll or not. You know what I mean? But it's like,
I mean, if you're listening and you
Yeah,
want to do
Jelly
it,
Roll,
and
if
you'll do
you're-
it cheap,
you know.
and you're happy with 100
Right.
people, come on. Like,
hey, you could be that, like where they used to have like a makeover of a town or something.
yeah.
like-
I mean, anybody's welcome. We just can't pay you your price of your Jelly
Right. I
Roll.
mean, if you need a tax write-off, Jelly Roll, where your town.
But
man.
yeah, Coshocton would love to have you, and that's something about Coshocton. I'm not. I mean, we are tooting our own horn, but Coshocton's done a lot with music. Not only counting Rock Coshocton, the downtown concert series.
Yeah.
Even though they're not using, it's just a tribute thing. And I think they had. Can't think of that.
Ernest.
Ernest
Yeah.
played it one year. But again, I think they
See how
did-
I blurted that
yeah,
out
yeah.
like I'm so in tune with country music?
Country,
Oh, it was
yeah,
Ernest.
yeah. They do 4 of those in the summer. It's free to the community, or you don't have to be from Coshocton. Drive here and check it out. Our town Coshocton puts that together. Chad Johnson works really hard on that. So that's a cool music event. And then the art park. I don't know everything they do, but I've seen stuff.
Yeah, there's a guy that sits down there and plays like guitar.
Yeah.
Like I drove home from work like
Right.
on a Wednesday and I heard blues and I was like, yeah, there's some cat over there just jamming,
Yeah.
man. That's awesome.
So if you don't know, I love Coshocton. I try to do as much as I can around here. I wish I was rich because I do way more, but I'm not.
But if you are rich and you would like to do
Yeah,
more,
if
you
you'd
can
like
get
to
a hold
help,
of
I
us.
got ideas.
Right.
But the community is just a very cool community. From the historical side of
Mm-hmm.
it, the people.
And no matter where you're at in Coshocton, you're only 20 minutes away from home.
Right.
You know what I mean? Even on foot. If you're somewhere, you can walk home 20 minutes.
So another thing that people don't, we're actually like the perfect location for big music venues. That's why Rock Coshocton, this is crazy to me, but when we sell tickets, 18 to 20% is Coshocton. The rest is out of town. But we're located like an hour and a half east of Columbus, roughly an hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes from Cleveland, and an hour and a half from Pittsburgh, roughly.
Right, 45 minutes from Newark.
Yeah, so
Half hour from
we're in
Zane,
this like
yeah.
central, like you can come from any of those big cities and come and watch music here. Rock Coshocton, we've had people from Canada, from New York, from Texas. that's came here to this little town. When they come, they really like it. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, they like Roscoe Village, which is a historical town, little canal town that we still have. If you come to Coshocton, check out Roscoe. I think we brought that up before, but
Mm-hmm.
we have some good restaurants here. We have, you know, Roscoe Barbecue, Main Street Station.
A lot of little shops, a lot of little
Yeah.
mom and pop. Not a lot of little mom and pop, but some.
Right.
And you know they
Yeah.
all need patronage
Yeah.
at some point.
Got
Yeah.
good bakeries. Got amazing barber shops. Locals
Yeah.
Barber Shops has 2 locations. Jay has one up on Chestnut Street, and then Brandon's next door, right next door to us. Um, and again, they've been huge to the Studio 117. They've been. If it wasn't for those boys, this wouldn't have happened. And I want to make sure that I give them the credit they
Right,
deserve.
right.
And Brandon has been top notch. I mean, he's all for, you know, helping bring music to town. They support Rock Coshocton.
Well, they have that entrepreneurial
Yeah,
spirit.
yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? They're young and they see potential and with their
Right.
community, and that's awesome because that gets lost, man. When towns start to slide a little bit and get a little poor, man, everybody kind
Mm-hmm.
of loses hope. But and it sounds corny, but you need people like that in the community, man.
And you know, I have a lot of friends that do small businesses, and I'm pretty proud of that. You know, from you guys and your bakery, you know, Brandon and Jay and the barber shop. You know, Perry Webster has Utterly Delicious, does inflatables and ice cream, and again, check them out if you're having a birthday party. You like to have some
Yeah.
inflatables or ice cream, or
Yeah, we run through ice cream machine
Yeah,
every year
yeah,
for
I
our
mean,
family reunion, and
fair prices. So definitely check Perry and them out. Utterly Delicious is that one.
our attendance has like climbed.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, "Oh, you in the ice cream machine again?" Well, maybe we'll clear that Sunday and we'll go.
Yeah, we got it for my daughter's graduation party. It was a big hit. And my bonus daughter Emily, we got it for her. Her mom got it for her graduation party, and it was a big hit.
If you don't like ice cream, I don't think I
right,
trust you.
right. So,
I mean, I understand if you can't eat it, but if you just like, ugh,
and Perry,
get
yeah,
out.
and Perry and Connor, you get a hold of them if it's available, they'll get it to you. And like I said, fair prices. So, you know, we're kind of surrounded by entrepreneurs.
We're lucky enough to have
Right.
that. You know, like you joke around and be like, "Oh, I got a guy." Like, no, I got a guy, man.
Right.
Like, I can call Perry if you want a bounce house and a dunk tank
Right,
for your
right.
birthday party, or
And then, you know, so that's, you know, this was created for that reason. Like, the entrepreneurs can come in here and do a podcast on their product, their business,
Right.
whatever they want to talk about. You know, they can come in and do commercials for their businesses, or maybe for an event they have coming up. Which I'll tell you this: if you're doing an event that helps children or helps the community, trust me, get a hold of me if you want to use this to do an ad. I won't charge you anything if it's for a cause like that. If anybody knows me, you know, I will definitely help out.
right.
When it comes to kids or, you know, families in need, or, you know, do not hesitate to ask us if you can come in and do a, you know, if you got a logo, we can put it on the green screen.
Right.
So anything like, you know, and that's another thing about Coshocton, you know, that they rally around helping people, you know.
Right.
When me and my daughter done the bicycles, like, that thing went from one year we done 2 bicycles, and the last year we did it was 200
Yeah, we put bicycles together for
days.
days.
And then she did it for 3 or 4 years. I can't remember exactly. It was called Coshocton County Miracle on Wheels, which still exists. I mean, still goes on. I think they still have the Facebook page. Check that out. It's a good cause. They give bicycles out to kids at Christmas time. You got to get a hold of them and get on a list. But when we did it, it was just amazing. Like, and I think she ended up 800 and something bicycles
awesome.
in 4 years. I mean, she was in Woman's World magazine with it, the newspaper many times.
Yep.
I was very proud of that, but I was not only proud of my daughter, but I was proud of the community and the,
Oh yeah, there are people like just dropping off bikes or money or
I had a family, a husband and wife. They was older people. They had no kids.
oh yeah, I know who you're
So
talking
every
about.
year
yeah.
they brought us $1,000. There might even been 1,500, but I don't remember. But every year they brought us the same check. And you know, it's people like that in this community that's just unbelievable. I mean, and they
Right.
will help. I mean, we're like any other community. We have our issues. But I will say, we have a lot of places here to get help for your issues too.
Right, and and to be honest with you, man, it's like I refuse to let those people be representatives of the town that I like.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because when I think of the people in Coshocton, man, I think of people that are like minded. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
And want that may not have the means or a way to fix all these problems,
Right.
but they just don't sit around and piss and moan about
Right.
it. You know what I mean? It's like nobody knows how to fix all the streets, man.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody knows how to do all that. I'm sorry you got too many leaves in your yard, man. It's like, but all in all, none of that shit is as important
Right.
as just sticking together. Like,
And I will tell you that, when it comes to don't come talk to me about politics. I don't want to talk
nah,
about
not
it.
interested.
You vote how you vote. I vote. Everybody's entitled to an opinion, no matter what it comes to. I'm not going to dislike you for politics, and I prefer not to talk about them, especially if it's in my business or honestly at all.
Yeah, I guess that would probably be the only thing.
I don't
wouldn't
even want to waste time
discuss on a
talking about 'em.
podcast.
Like I said, I believe what I believe. I try to do my part in the community, and it's a small part, but I try to do what I can, and thankfully I got some good friends around me and good people to help. Nikki and Ron Wine has been
Yeah.
well, on not only the studio, but Rock Coshocton. I mean, they was huge last year helping us. You and Wendy, have always supported us, whether you're playing or not.
Right,
you've
we
been
go,
there.
man. We enjoy it.
You've been here.
We buy food at the vendors.
right.
We get T-shirts.
So I've been very blessed to have the people around me. Jay and Brandon, same thing.
Yeah.
How cool to know people like that. So that's the one thing I will say, and that's why I'm saying, come and check this place out. Support the artist that's playing here, because a lot of these artists, this is how they make their livelihood.
Right.
You might not think so. You might think some of them. I know of a couple. This is all they do. I mean, this is it. They play
Like
acoustic
every night.
Yeah.
Every night somewhere.
So come and show them some love and appreciate what they're doing, and help us, places like myself, be able to pay these guys so they can make a living doing what they love, And honestly, I wish everybody could do something they love for a living, and
Right.
the cards don't always play that way, but when somebody does, respect it. Just
You don't have to be a huge fan, and like
No.
you said, you don't have to come to every event, but at least
No.
come in and check it out. And if you like it, tell your friends, hey man, that place is pretty cool.
right.
I mean, I'm pretty straight shooter, man. I'm not gonna get on here and blow smoke up a bunch of people's ass and tell them it's a nice place, and then they get here and it's not.
No. The
You know what I
owners,
mean?
the owners are kind of hard to deal with.
Yeah, but-
other than that, Nikki's really bad. Mickey, on the other hand, good guy, but Nikki, she can be tough to deal with. So
It's like a hip hop group from the '80s, Mickey, Nikki, and Ron.
if you get out of control and Nikki gets you in a headlock and pulls you out, there's nothing we can do about it. I'm just gonna tell you ahead
On
of
your
time.
own.
But yeah, it's a cool place, cool vibe. I appreciate you supporting it.
I just enjoy the fact that I got a space. I have a place to come in and bullshit with people, and I don't take myself real seriously, but I do appreciate you letting us come in and use the space. And none of us get paid for on any of this. Bobby doesn't make any money.
Bobby's getting rich. He's got sponsors.
I
He's
think
making all
he
kinds.
does. What do he sells pictures of his feet on the internet or something.
Well, yeah, I will just leave that at that.
Yeah, well, it's got good looking feet. 1 million subscribers would not.
It's
lie.
funny you say that because when we talked about it, we said let's do a podcast. The first thing that popped in my head was Bill Higley.
Yeah,
'Cause every time I'd go in, well,
because I'm full of shit, probably.
that too, and you know a lot of facts about a lot of useless things.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I'm one of them guys that will never be on a game show. Never.
Yeah, and then
Because I'd be like, well, Pat, actually the answer is.
me and Jay West talked about it. Jay. It's like he's perfect, and you're a great podcast host.
I just apologize to our watchers that I'm not better looking. If I was better looking, this would be the perfect thing to watch.
I don't know
Because it's funny, it's
personality
witty, it's
outweighs-
informative.
Yeah.
You know?
Personality outweighs looks a lot of times.
I've had like Swayze hair or something. Where I could ever occasionally just kind of flip it over.
Well, I'm losing mine too. So, but anyhow, yeah, that's where we're at. Like I said, and if you're interested in playing the studio or anything,
Or being on the podcast.
or any of
Yep.
it, message us on Facebook. Check out the, follow the Facebook page Studio 117. we do, when we have artists, we do some lives of them. So you can check them out. There's a lot of them on there.
There's always a little preview. That
Yeah,
way you know what you're in for.
Because it's crazy. I've had a couple artists in here that was just phenomenal. Like, I was blown away how good they was. And,
Micah Kesselring.
yeah, he was
unbelievable.
Yeah. What do you call the guitar that?
A dobro.
Yeah. That dude, man, I could have sat and listened all night to him play that.
I will admit, man, when you come in and he's playing this really nice old Martin, and then he grabs a banjo, your inner rock and roller is like, wait a minute. But I was not disappointed, man.
He's coming back. I can't remember when it is. I got it. It's after the first year, which we'll post a new calendar. But he's coming back, and then so is. Like I said, Deep Creek Trio is playing in December.
Another good band.
Yeah, very good band. Jay Dotson, the whole Dotson family, if you don't know.
Yeah, they're like music royalty around here.
Yeah, exactly. That'd be the best way. I think
Yeah.
they're music royalty around here. Yeah, they're phenomenal. Jay is a incredible singer, guitarist.
When we played here, I was standing out front, and I was talking to Hunter Stipes. And I was talking to his wife, and I was like, "Oh, Stipes." I was like, "Well, man, no wonder you're a musician. Like you have so many
Right, the
musicians in
Stipes
your
family,
family."
yeah.
And then his wife was like, "Well, my mom was a Dotson," and I was like, "So your kid's gonna be like a savant, like."
Yeah, they're the Stipes family,
Yeah.
Mark and all them. They're great musicians, and well known in the community. There's a lot of good musicians in Coshocton. We've said that.
We can't be the only two people that know these people because
Right,
the
right.
bars used to be full when these guys
Yeah.
played.
Well, that's the other thing. Even talking about local establishments. I'm not a big bar guy. I don't go out a whole lot anymore. I don't go to many clubs. I go to the Moose occasionally. But
Unless I'm playing
one
where
of
they
my
have really
favorite
good
places
food.
to go to me, because I told you this today, I like dive bars. I kind of
Yep.
like the Pub 229 is one of my favorite places.
Shout out to Dobby.
Yeah, shout out to Dobby. I don't go there a whole lot, but I like going there. Dobby's hilarious to sit in there and watch him mess with everybody.
Well, when the sign on the front of the bar says cold beer and shitty service, I'm gonna go in just to see how cold the
Yeah,
beer is.
yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I mean? Like that right there is like, it's that whole tongue in cheek, like you said, the dark, dimly lit bar with some cool neon and
Right,
a pool
right.
table, and
But-
maybe we're just nostalgic, but I think that sets a mood. Like
Right.
we were talking. Like I have enough liquor at my house, man, to get all three of us hammered for
Right.
a couple of days, probably. But I don't touch it because there's no atmosphere. You know what I mean?
And that's true,
Here,
but-
there's atmosphere.
Right.
Like when I come in, I had a few beers. I don't drink beer. You know what I mean? But it's like, it's an atmosphere. Like there was cool music being played. It was like you're surrounded by your friends.
Right.
It's like, why would you not want to come in and check it out?
And then I don't go there a whole lot, but another cool place is Shaw's Corner. It's
Yeah.
just literally around the corner. Shaw's
Yeah,
Corner.
so if you like to drink and be mobile, man, you can hit Johanna's. You could come
Johanna's,
here. You could
yeah.
go there. You time it up on the right weekend, man. You could
right.
have a pub crawl every weekend.
Shaw's is got good food. I've
Yeah.
been told their pizza's really good. Their burgers are good. Tanner, great guy. I like Tanner a lot. So yeah, when we close, they stay open later than we do. So you leave here, go around the corner
Right,
to
if you ain't
Shaw's.
done yet,
If
yeah.
you ain't done, you ain't got to go home, but you can't stay here type thing. But you can
Right.
definitely go to Shaw's Corner and check them out. And then Dobby, I think he's open till mid. I think he's the same as us,
Well,
but
Dobby's pretty far down the street, so I'd start at Dobby's and
work
end
with-
at Dobby's. That would be if I
Yeah,
was,
yeah. And then we have like I said, we have some clubs, the Ambets, the Moose, and the Eagles. I go to the
American
Moose,
Legion.
but to each your own. Everybody likes their once again, everybody's got their own opinion.
I like the Amvets because when me and Wendy go out there for breakfast, we're like the youngest people in there.
Right. Well, I
And
wouldn't
that's not a
know.
dig to the Amvets. It's just because your average.
Really be old.
Yeah, they're pretty old, but
Then we have, if you like good restaurants, Main Street Station's got good food again, just around the corner. So if you're coming from out of town to listen to one of the national, come early and check
Yeah.
out Main Street Station, get you some good food. Sorrel's on the square.
they got good food, good Reuben.
Yeah. So check out those restaurants. I'm trying to plug everybody in Coshocton.
Me too. I'm trying to make this as Coshocton positive as possible.
and Mayor Mills, he's been great to us. He was actually a big part of getting the state inspector in here, even that the inspector said that, he was pushing it. And then, Tiffany Swagger at Port Authority, she's talked nothing but good about Rock Coshocton and stuff we're doing in the community. So again, just come and check our place out. If we can help you in any way, like I said, if you're a youngster that wants to talk about gaming, a podcast thing,
Anything, man. I'm open for a conversation with
And-
anybody about anything.
Yeah,
No religion, no politics. Only because I'm not smart enough to talk about either one of those
yeah,
things.
you could go on Bill's podcast, or if you want to do your own
Yeah, yeah.
podcast, like I said, get a hold of us. We'll work with you to get you going. And it might be one of the things you come in here and get started and think, well, I can do this on my own now.
Right.
Well, we'll still help you get started or show you what we use.
Well, we found Bobby. Someone left him on the step in front of the studio
Right.
in this little blanket, and we felt bad. We brought him in. We gave him some formula, warmed him up. No, we did a podcast with Bobby about his band Six Deep, and he was like quick to notice what programs we were using
Right.
and offered to help. And it was just like me and Mickey, like the next day at work, we were just like, yeah, we got to see if this kid can like give us some pointers, man. Cause you when you said, oh, I stream on Twitch, I was thinking, I don't even know what that is. We got to get this.
And we
kid.
wanted to give
Yeah.
Nikki a break because,
Right, and she's-
if not, Nikki will try to do everything.
Right.
And I tell her all the time, Nikki, you gotta learn to say no. Like you gotta learn to say I can't. Like
But I guess my point was like we are very inviting, man.
Right,
If
right.
you're passionate about something, this is a place to come. It's almost like an artist collective. You know what I mean? Like if you're a musician, if you I don't know, like spoken word, there's probably poets out there. There's probably, maybe a string quartet. They used to play at the Pomeranian Center, shit like that. Why not, man?
like anything. Like I said, it's and again, if you're doing a benefit for a family, a child, a loved one, and you'd like to do a commercial or an ad for it, get a hold of us. We'll be more than glad to help you put something together.
Right, and we all know enough bands too. Like maybe we could get you some entertainment of some
Right.
sort. You know,
And
what I
I'm
mean?
not a greedy person, so it's not always about money. Even though I would like to make some money off this at some point.
If I was in music for money, I would have quit 20
Right,
years ago.
and trust me, if I was in it for money,
I
I
wouldn't
I
have
mean,
got
peop-
this far.
people don't realize how far I've went on Rock Coshocton. And even now with my partner Perry, even he's invested pretty deep into it, and we've yet to make money. People don't know that, but I truly believe that event will. Same this studio. I believe it'll get better. I think more people can. When you're selling tickets in New York, I mean the couple in New York come every year.
Yep.
They've already bought their tickets for next year and don't even know who's playing yet. So when we're pulling people in from out of state, they're telling people. We have a lady that camps Terry. I think it's Terry Whitey's her name. And Dave Matthews. They go to so many music festivals, and she's like, I would love to sit down and share some ideas with you. But that's the type of person I am. Is I would love to hear your ideas. We have a committee for Rock Coshocton, and it's all volunteers, but it's people that love the event.
Right.
Calvin Andrews and Ron and Nikki and Tom
Patrick
Smith,
Harrison,
Patrick
yeah.
Harrison. His wife is now going to help us. Which Patrick and Amber, I want to say this Saturday at Kids of America.
Oh, we should get the poster. Man.
Yeah. You want to grab it?
Yeah.
But-
Can I just leave screen
Yeah,
like
just
that?
he's
and-
gonna leave for a minute. But Patrick and Amber Harrison's son Hayden, who's my buddy, man. I love Hayden. He's boxing Saturday. His first boxing event at Kids of America. There's Tyler Keith does the Coshocton Boxing Club. Another great thing he does for local kids. But anyhow, Hayden, I don't know if you can see the picture or not. Does it show up?
Yeah, looks good.
All right. So
I wouldn't mess with that guy.
so
man.
Hayden's a little badass. I'll just say it. He's boxing Saturday with this Coshocton Boxing Club at Kids America. Starts at 3 p.m. Kids America. It's on 1600 Otsego Avenue. They have VIP tables. I don't know how many's left. The tables you get 8 tickets for $240, or it's $20 general admission.
That is so good, man. We gotta keep. I gotta put that up again.
And look, I had him
Yeah, it's
autographed.
autographed.
And I said, Hayden, where do you want me to hang that? And he wants it hung by Gavin Atcock, because if you've seen the videos of Hayden at Rock Coshocton, he was dancing, having a good old time, you know. He actually come in tonight to give me my tickets with a bloody nose, his shirt off, and he was proud of it. So
That's awesome. The ticket pays for the boxing, but the gun show's free.
yeah,
man.
like that. I mean, he's an
I
animal.
wouldn't mess with that kid, man. I think I would just
but
give him all my candy.
That's my buddy. So if you ain't doing anything Saturday, go to Kids of America and check out the Coshocton Boxing Club Crowtown Throwdown 2. Like I said, Tyler's worked his butt off with that also, and there's a lot of local kids fighting in this. I just personally don't know them all.
And there's a really cool story with the whole boxing club too. How they ended up with the space they have with Jason and Carly Thompson had extra space in their building, and it just everything just kind of lined up. And
Right.
again, other Coshocton people helping Coshocton people. If everybody did that, it would be you can network so much better like that.
And
man.
Tyler's a phenomenal boxer. He did some boxing. There was a tattoo. Well, the tattoo shop's still here, but Dallas isn't here no longer. But Dallas Brewer had 6th Street Tattoo, and he had a boxing thing in his backyard, and a lot of local kids boxed, you know, with him. And Tyler was one of those kids.
Nice.
Now Tyler is doing the same thing for local kids. So I mean, that's a
That
very
is awesome.
that's a very cool story. And bless Tyler for everything he's doing. And I'm proud to say we sponsored Rock Coshocton, and the studio sponsored 2 belts. And then we also, you know, purchased a VIP table for us. So if you can support those guys, help Tyler out. Like I said, it's Saturday.
If you don't, we're sending this kid to your
Yeah.
house, man.
And just so you know, this is not a joke. This is a true story. I'm getting him a security shirt, and that he'll be behind the stage with me next year at Rock Coshocton. And if you mess with me or you get out of line, I got news for you. Hayden's taking care of business.
Yep.
So, and he means business. Trust me. He come up to me at the fair and said, "Mickey," I said, "Yeah." He said, "I just got in a street fight." And I said, "You did what?" And his mom said, "Yeah, him and the neighbor kid." And he was proud of it. I mean, he's
Another. It's also too. It's another example of Coshocton has had a boxing club.
Yeah.
When I was a kid,
Yeah.
I boxed shortly, briefly. Once I figured out I didn't like getting punched, it's kind of like, what's the sense? You know what I mean? I wasn't good enough to not get punched, so it really wasn't my thing. But there was a boxing club like before that, and that's 100 years ago. You know what I mean? So there's always been a kind of a
and what was
rich
his name?
Bill Gotardi,
Bill
Coach
Gotardi.
Gotardi.
It was actually right across the street. Everything seems to be right here.
right.
But it's no longer there. I mean, the building's there, but the Eagles Lodge was in the downstairs.
Yeah.
And then what was it, a second floor?
There was a second, I think, and a third floor, and I think third floor is where the boxing ring was.
yeah.
But Mark McCoy was
Who was
tough man,
yeah.
tough man champion one year. His
Yeah.
brother Jimmy boxed.
Jay.
Jay Tarman.
Yeah.
Who was it? The Gotardi, Tim and
Yeah.
Troy were both, I think,
Yeah.
Golden Gloves. So yeah, there's a lot of different history in this town, even with the boxing, with music, and it's
The boxing thing's been, like I said, between Gotardi, Dallas. I mean, I remember Adam and Zach Mills was involved in it,
Mhm.
and they still. I don't know a whole lot about Tyler's boxing, the Coshocton Boxing Club. I don't know who all's involved in it. I think maybe Zach and Adam still kind of help here and there. I'm
well,
not
I
sure.
know Dallas started a Gotardi's boxing,
I
and
think he still has it.
yeah, it's an actual gym
Yeah,
now. Yeah, I
yeah,
don't know where it's
yeah.
at, but
Virginia? He moved to Virginia?
maybe.
But yeah, it's, support this event. I
Yes,
mean,
definitely.
I'm planning on going there, and then when I get done there, I'm coming to the studio to listen to Ashley Best. Starts at 8 o'clock. He'll play 8 to 11. So go watch the boys box. You get done there, come and
Yeah.
listen to Ashley. Check out our Facebook page and listen to his promo. Like I said, never watched him perform, but he looks like he's a
Yeah,
great
he's,
performer.
come
Great-
and see his beard, if nothing else. He's
But-
got one of those really cool, like manicured beards where it makes your voice deeper.
Right.
I think. If you
But
have a
again,
nice beard.
thank you everyone for supporting not only Bill and this podcast, the studio, those of you who have come. The only thing I got left to say is December 12th, Tony Harnell, Anthony Corder, Charlie Bonnet, buy some tickets
Yeah,
and
look
check.
them up, man. Check them
Yeah.
out. It's not like I feel like I'm throwing rocks at the older guys, but they did not lose their chops,
No.
man.
And you know this is the thing is you know Rock is shocked and we bring national artists to town. And we've had some phenomenal artists come to town. But this is an opportunity to come in, sit in a cool environment. You know, it's getting cold, so there's not any outside music shows. Right here in your hometown. I mean,
Free meet and greet.
meet and greet. Like I said, you know, Charlie and Holly's kind of brought this to us, and you know, Tony's like got a phenomenal voice. I posted some videos of him singing, and then again Anthony Corder, man, just what a soulful bluesy voice is the best way I can describe him. But I can, we can only hold so many people. So once the tickets gone, they're gone. And I said this on our last deal with Randy Webb, and people waited till the last minute, and then they was bummed out because they couldn't get in.
It's like, well, when there's only so
Yeah.
many tickets,
Yeah,
man, there's
so-
only so many tickets.
So get some tickets for that. I mean, and I will tell you the show in March with Bill and the Filthy Heathens. Those tickets aren't going to last. We've already sold a good bit of them. I promise you, those ones are going to sell out quick.
Well, my guitar player's family will buy 15.
Yeah, and then and then like I said, Randy Webb's coming back February 21st. I don't have those tickets yet. I'm hoping maybe the next tour. I want to get closer to this December show, so I don't have like 3 tickets. Trying to sell all these tickets and getting confused on what's what. But right now, I want to push the December show. So if you're local, or even if you're not local, if you're watching this, please come and support this.
It's worth a shot, man. You're not out nothing.
No,
You're not out nothing.
I promise you, if you guys start supporting this, I'll continue to bring artists to Coshocton. I'll do everything I can to get artists to come here and perform. And I want Coshocton to be one of those towns that when artists start hearing it, they're like, hey, I've heard good things about Rock Coshocton.
Right,
or-
and they network too, like the
know.
Filthy or the them Dirty Roses and
Right.
Blackstone Cherry. Those guys,
Yeah.
they network together. So if you could get one, I'm not saying you could necessarily get one if
Right.
you had the other, but it may lead to something, another opportunity for somebody else.
Well, there was people. If you wasn't at Rock Coshocton, kind of a funny story. Now I'm gonna say this, and I'm over everything. But we had Gavin Adcock last year at Rock Coshocton. No, I didn't know who he was. My kids kept swearing to me, Dad, if you get this kid by the time Rock Coshocton comes, he's gonna be big. He's gonna blow up. And I thought, you know what? And we paid good money, and it was worth every penny. I'll say that. And everybody in Coshocton was like, never heard of him. Nobody's going to show up. We had 4,300 people that come through the gate for this kid, and he put on a show. And I was privileged enough to build him a mic stand that we gave him as a gift from Rock Coshocton. And he's taken that thing. It's been in Canada. I mean, he's still using it on his stage, and he put on an incredible show. But he opened up for Morgan Wallen after that. He did the Kid Rock tour. So just to think about that kid came to Coshocton and played. Now he's traveling
Right.
Canada. He's playing with Morgan Wallen. He's opening up for Morgan Wallen. He's all over the internet for all kinds of publicity. I mean, whether it's fighting with people or falling off the stage, whatever it may be, the kid's got a knack for
Right.
getting followers. I'll say it that way. And then Saturday we had Blackstone Cherry, and people's like, I've never heard, which blows my mind. Pick your phone up or get on YouTube and check. Anytime we have a band, just listen to them. Whether it be Tony Harnell, Anthony Corder, but Blackstone Cherry came in, and I had people say, "Man, these guys are awesome." Now they
Yeah,
listen
like,
to them.
They almost felt like ashamed that they didn't
Oh,
like
and I
like
thought,
they
how
never
do you-
gave him a shot or something.
How you not know? Them Dirty Roses was the same thing. Some people didn't know them, and
Well, it's our job to educate these people.
that's
man.
right. So support this music stuff that we're doing locally, whether it's us downtown, Rock Coshocton, other established Johanna's, which you guys just played last
Yeah,
weekend.
awesome place to play, man.
Shaw's he does acoustic. The Moose does music. The Eagles does music. Support these. Go in and see these artists. There's some local bands that play a good bit. Last Call, Silence Band, Bad Stone's
Mm-hmm.
pretty well known. these guys are doing what they love. So I mean, go check them out, go support them. But I'd really appreciate if you would at least come give us a chance at Studio 117.
Yeah, you won't be disappointed.
Right,
You won't
and
be
you know,
disappointed.
like I said, it's 117 South 6th Street here in Coshocton, right beside Locals Barbershop, and we're right in between Locals Barbershop and Crazy Cake Lady. So come and check us out. And I'd really appreciate it because the amount of work that Nikki, Ron, myself, Charlie Wright, and you know all of us has put into it. You know, Brandon has really sacrificed some things to let us do this, and I couldn't be more appreciative of Brandon and Jay. And then, like I said, yourself. So
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
man.
well,
I don't feel like I do anything. I'm
Mhm.
just full of shit.
you do, Bobby.
Bobby.
Again, Bobby. And I'm sure what's saying about the podcast, if we needed help and Bobby's available, he would come in and give us a hand getting you going.
Absolutely.
He's standing back there saying, "Absolutely going."
Thumbs up.
Absolutely.
And if not, Hayden.
Hayden.
It's game on. But yeah, just come and check us out. If you have any questions regarding booking here, whether it be music, the podcast, commercials, photo shoots, anything, or if you got questions about the Crazy Cake Lady, I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
go
119
ahead.
South 6th
Is she
Street.
really crazy?
No, it's marketing. She's not
It's
crazy.
not what he told me before this, but
Yeah, she's
he's
probably watching this.
But you know, just message us on Facebook, or like I said, studio117marketing@gmail.com.
Right, support local everything, man.
That's all I got.
That's all I got.
All right, we're good.
All right.